She was the Gaza queen before the world even knew what that meant. She grew up writing lyrics from the mouth of the WorlBoss himself. She survived betrayal, public humiliation, a leaked scandal that would have destroyed any other woman, and a miscarriage that nearly broke her spirit forever. But LisaHyper didn't fold. She fought through depression, courtrooms in 2 countries, and even her own demons, just to keep her voice, her name, and her place in dancehall. And despite being cast out, she never once disrespected the man who gave her the mic, Vybz Kartel. This is not just a story about dancehall. It's a story about pain, loyalty, womanhood, and survival. And if you think you know LisaHyper, trust me, you don't. Before we get into it, do me one favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're about real stories, and drop a heart in the comments if you respect fighters who don't quit no matter what. From Golden Meadows to Fifth Phase. Born Felicia Gooden, LisaHyper grew up in Golden Meadows, Stony Hill, raised by her father and older sister, reggae artist Sidra. Life was quiet, but it wasn't easy. The struggles of a working-class Jamaican household carved out her toughness early. Later, Lisa moved to Fifth Phase in Waterford, Portmore, a world away from calm Stony Hill. Portmore brought grit, exposure, and fate. It's where she crossed paths with a DJ Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel, a young DJ rising in the streets of Portmore. She wasn't just watching, she was studying. In school, Lisa would write out Kartel's lyrics and sell them to classmates. She was already a hustler and a writer, building the blocks of what would become her empire, the Gaza link. Kartel didn't just notice Lisa, he mentored her. They were childhood friends turned lyrical partners, and by the time Lisa turned 19 in 2008, she was officially inducted into Portmore Empire. To Lisa, this wasn't just a career move, it was a dream fulfilled. Pupa Kartel always promised to make me a star, she once said with pride. Lisa was bold, raunchy, and sharp. In a crew full of aggressive male DJs, she held her own, and then some. Tracks like Wine Fee Me and Champion Bubbler began heating up the Eastern Caribbean and Bahamas. She wasn't just Kartel's apprentice, she was a real threat. But the Gaza life came with heat, and Lisa was about to face a firestorm that would nearly end everything. The 2009 scandal. In 2009, LisaHyper's name exploded across Jamaican media, not for a hit song, but for a leaked, explicit photo allegedly showing her in a sexual act. The photo went viral, and within days, she was cast out of the Portmore Empire. She was shamed, trolled, and labeled as a disgrace. But Lisa didn't crumble. Though the pain cut deep, she never disrespected Kartel. Years later, in 2014, she publicly apologized to him, and Kartel, from behind bars, welcomed her back as family. That moment said everything about Lisa. She could have turned bitter, but she stayed loyal, choosing growth over gossip. Gaza forever, her bond with Vybz Kartel. Through it all, Lisa has never turned her back on Vybz Kartel, even after the scandal, even after her exile, even after the world laughed. Kartel made me who I am. Loyalty lasts longer than hype, she once said. And Kartel, he returned that respect. From prison, he cleared the air. LisaHyper is still family. She's Gaza forever. That bond, it's deeper than music. It's about trust, upbringing, loyalty, and shared war wounds. Lisa didn't just survive Gaza, she represents its evolution, from raw rebellion to real redemption. The private pain, miscarriage. While the public criticized her, Lisa was also battling a deeply personal tragedy. She suffered a miscarriage, one she later admitted left her emotionally wrecked. "I couldn't smile. I couldn't even sing. Everything inside me felt broken, she once said. The child she hoped for, gone. It wasn't just a pregnancy loss, it was a spiritual one. That loss became a quiet wound, but also a rebirth of her artistry. After the miscarriage, Lisa's lyrics began showing more depth, not just heat, but hurt, healing, and heart. Legal battles, USA versus Jamaica. LisaHyper's challenges weren't limited to lyrics and love. In April 2025, she stood trial in a Florida court on trespassing charges. But when the complainant failed to show up, the prosecution offered no evidence, and the judge dismissed the case. "I was free of all charges," Lisa announced proudly. But back home in Kingston, a new storm brewed. She's currently battling a disorderly conduct charge in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. The case, tied to a public incident, was postponed to September 10th, pending her medical file from Ward 21, the psychiatric unit at the University Hospital of the West Indies. Lisa confirmed she had received mental health treatment, choosing to face it publicly instead of hiding. That vulnerability showed a different kind of strength. In a culture where madness is mocked, Lisa stood up and said, "Yes, I needed help, and I got it." Music career and global love. Despite the drama, Lisa never stopped pushing musically. Her track record includes Wine Fee Me, heavy rotation in the Eastern Caribbean, Champion Bubbler, a hit in the Bahamas, earning multiple bookings, Pretty Butterfly, showing her softer, introspective side, Mina Lose Me Man, Talk Up De Tings, and more, proving her lyrical versatility. Lisa has performed in Switzerland, Grenada, St. Lucia, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago, showcasing that her reach extends far beyond Jamaica. Her style, fearless, flamboyant, and feminine with fire. And it's clear, LisaHyper isn't chasing trends, she's chasing truth. Love life and current relationships. So what about her heart? Is LisaHyper dating anyone? For now, she's kept it under wraps. While whispers suggest she's seeing someone from within the entertainment circle, Lisa hasn't confirmed anything publicly. Instead, her Instagram feeds and interviews focus on self-care, boundaries, and inner peace. She speaks more about therapy, self-worth, and reflection than relationships. For LisaHyper, 2025 isn't about coupling up. It's about healing what fame couldn't fix. The legacy she's writing. LisaHyper isn't just a dancehall star. She's a blueprint for rising, falling, and rising again. She's shown that scandals fade, but spirit lasts. That even if the world doubts you, your story is still yours to write. In 2025, she's working on new music, new visuals, and has hinted at a documentary telling her truth in her own voice. She's no longer just Vybz Kartel's protégé. She's a woman of her own empire, built on pain, lyrics, and unmatched perseverance. LisaHyper's journey is far from over. But what's clear is this: she's not a victim of dancehall. She's a victor in life. If this story touched you, inspired you, or made you respect her more, then drop a comment, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because in a world that loves to tear women down, LisaHyper is still standing tall and still standing Gaza.